Hi guys, it's me, it's your boy, Frosty Gold, and I'm coming with this video as an update to the classic WoW announcement. Yes, it's happening, and if the people just popped into this video, if new people are watching this video that don't know what the fuss is all about, it's official. Blizzard will release vanilla World of Warcraft servers. We don't know exactly when, could be 6 months, could be 1 year, but my best guess is that's gonna be even more. I'll get into this a bit later and I'll explain why. But yes, I promised this update video, and it's gonna be a discussion about. I've been browsing the internet for the past days, and there's a new forum on Battle.net called Classic WoW. It's being, wow, so many people talk there. I've been browsing subreddits. I've been watching videos on YouTube about people expressing their opinions about vanilla and how it should be. I've been even watching podcasts with popular streamers that probably never played Nostarius or Elysium ever again, and some of the things they suggested, to be honest, triggered me. And even though we have a quote from JL and Brack that we're going to bring classic WoW vanilla server, will try to recreate the experience as it was back in 2004 and 2005. It's our responsibility, the veterans of vanilla that played the past years on Nostarius, on Elysium, or stuff like that. It's our responsibility to make sure that none of those quality of life changes that we've seen in various forums or videos being requested, such as AoE loot, heirlooms, guild banks, what else was there? Guild bank, inventory expansions. What? You want 30 slot bags? Go play retail. What else was it there? I've even seen looking for raid, and that guy was serious about it. He was not trolling. And probably it's normal because he's a retail player and he's a casual whatever, and he wants to do looking for raid. But no, God, no. So if you want, you can join. I'll post some links in the description on the Battle.net forums. You can go there, and when someone comes with a crazy idea like this, just state no. Or if you have constructive criticism, it's even better. If you played in the past years on Starius or Vanilla or Chronos or whatever, Elysium, state your thoughts there and bring constructive criticisms, telling them why it's not good to implement some of those changes into the game. I've been playing vanilla in the past years on a lot of servers. Even 5 years ago, even 6 years ago, I was still playing vanilla on various servers, even Phoenix, Chronos, Stardust, Elysium, whatever. And each server that I played on was a bit different than the next one. Mostly because they were running on different emulators. Spells were different on some servers. Boss scripts were different because they're different developers, different private server developers, different GMs, different scripts, different emulators and all that stuff. And I think the same thing will go for World of Warcraft. Now, some changes will be made. It's almost impossible not to change, because don't expect Blizzard to use a Mangos emulator to launch vanilla servers. That's the reason why I'm estimating that the launch time will be even bigger than 1 year, because they will have to translate all the information from 2005 or from Nostarius core or whatever. They will have to move that into their own infrastructure or their own foundation, right? They will have to implement it into the Battle.net and so on, and something might feel different, but as long as it keeps the core values of vanilla, doesn't change too much, I guess we'll be fine. Now the question goes if the server will be as Nostarius was launched, with a progressive server with starting from the first patch to 1.12, No, I don't think that will happen. Mostly because to do that, you need a big team. You need to keep it fresh and update and all that thing. So my best guess is that the game will be launched on 1.12, which is the last patch of the vanilla expansion. It's not an expansion, the last patch of vanilla. And they will slowly add raids. Like at the beginning, they will be available Upper Blackrock Spire, Onyxia, and Molten Core, and so on. Then BVL, ZG, AQ20, AQ40, finally Nax, and so on in a period of time. And probably the server will remain vanilla for a long time then, so everyone can gear up and tier gear and so on. Now, the thing is that why I don't think that Blizzard will make progressive realms. First of all, it's because the reason why they're launching vanilla is not to satisfy our needs. Don't think that Blizzard had a moment of conscious moment, and oh guys, those people are begging for vanilla, look at them playing on private servers and streaming them. No, we shouldn't do that, we shouldn't close their game. No, it's about the money. And it's not about money by bringing people to play vanilla. It's about money bringing people to play vanilla and then show them, look, we have this expansion called Battle of Azeroth. And it's similar. Look, it's Jaina, dude. It's Battle of Azeroth. You can go in Southshore and fight in Hillsbrad. They want somehow to bring the old veteran players of WoW to vanilla, and from vanilla to move them to Battle of Azeroth. That's why I think probably the vanilla will be available if you buy Warlords of Draenor, Battle of Azeroth. A second reason why Blizzard is launching classic servers, it's second reason why Blizzard is launching classic servers, it's because currently the game is bleeding, you know, like as usual for Blizzard latest expansions. People, they make a lot of publicity for it. They spam you on YouTube videos with advertisements. They send you mails. They make movies about it. They pay streamers to play it. Whatever the fuck they do, I don't know. And people buy the game and they play 1 month, they play 2 months, they're happy. Then it's not fun anymore because it's a casual game. No MMO that is casual will ever have longevity. So it's like this: expansion, boom, sales, money, then down. It's not like it was on the first 3 expansions, right? I mean 2 expansions, TBC, and it was buying the game and then boom, buying the game and boom. Vanilla WoW started as a game that was intended for 10,000 players. Blizzard was estimating that 10,000 players will play vanilla. And then it started, boom, millions, boom, BC, more millions, boom, the pinnacle of WoW, Wrath of the Lich King, where they reached probably 12 million subscribers. Let's get back to this. Now, as you know, Blizzard, it's not covering the hardcore MMO market. What they have, it's a casual game. Probably Battle of Azeroth will be a bit different. I don't know. I think I'm going to try it out. Yeah, definitely I'm going to try it out to see if they change anything. From what I've seen, some of the changes, you don't have the legendary weapons anymore. That's a good change. The numbers have been cut down from millions of damage to you're doing 500 damage with the warrior. It looks good. The story looks good. I'm gonna try it. So okay. But let's get back to the hardcore MMO. Now, we all know that in the future a lot of new games will be launched, such as Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, which is actually an EverQuest. Now, Blizzard, back in 2004 when they launched, kind of stole some people away from EverQuest. Basically, the foundation of Blizzard was built in World of Warcraft. And people that played vanilla in the beginning were people that were playing Warcraft 3, people that were playing Diablo, people that were playing EverQuest, people that were playing Ultima Online, you name it. Those people came to the game and they played the hardcore game because it was beautiful. And as new expansions came, most of them, I'm assuming probably 80% of those players that build up the game itself left. And now Blizzard is trying to get them back. They're a bit afraid, I think, because games like Black Desert Online gain popularity. Actually, Black Desert Online is thriving right now. And there's a huge possibility that Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen, and Ashes of Creation will kill World of Warcraft. So don't think that they're doing like charity and giving us vanilla. They have a reason behind it. Now, let's move on. There's some problems if the game will be launched in patch 1.12, right? Let's say they don't have they don't want to invest, not that they don't want to invest the required resources to apply patch after patch and to do, they just want to make a polished version of the vanilla like 1.12, release it to the public, go play, go fuck yourself, you know? There's some issues here. The first issue is that while 1.12 is the best version of the game, right, of vanilla, the best patch, well, with good talents, with proper optimization, or not necessarily proper, it's probably a bit overpowered, and it's probably a bit overpowered. To give you an example, like the PvP sets for rank 8 to rank 10, the blue sets, they're so OP. Like, oh jeez. The PvP sets, they're so OP that some of them are better than tier 2. And that's just gonna kill the game. But yet again, if you look a bit at, I played on both servers, Elysium, which was a progressive server, and I played on Kronos. Now, Kronos was 1.12 from the beginning, and Nostarius was progressive patch. To be honest, I had more fun on Kronos. I don't know why. I think Kronos was better because more gear was available. Now, you can come with arguments on this, and you can tell me like, dude, but if you get 1.12 talents and boss nerfs and shit like that, everything will be cleared like this. It doesn't matter. It will be cleared even if you make a progressive patch, exactly as it was. As an example, when Elysium was launched, Molten Core was cleared in 10 days, and it's gonna be the same on Classic WoW, probably when the game will be launched in maximum 2 weeks. All the available content will be cleared, no matter what patch it will be, 1.1, 1.0, people will clear Molten Core with green gear of the Eagle or of the Strength or whatever you want to have, because people are not plebs like they used to be in vanilla. People have been training guilds like Grizzly or Praise the Sun or whatever, those guilds that walk around the private servers will definitely have an advantage. Maybe Kongan will play again, and they already clear the content, they have the knowledge, they have the everything to do this. So I think the best option would be a polished version of 1.12 with some minor changes, like nerfing the PvP sets a bit because those are too OP, buffing the bosses a bit. I don't know, to be honest. I think if I would agree with some of those changes, let's say we get the 1.12 client and then we get progressive raids releases like Molten Core, Onyxia, and so on. I think if I would have agreed with some of those changes, I think someone in charge of those changes should be someone like the people who run Astarius, Viper, Gami, or some of the old developers from Vanilla World of Warcraft. I don't want a new team going into the World of Warcraft Vanilla files and changing things there. I think 1.12 will be the best option, but it has to be a bit polished. yeah, let's move a bit further. Let's talk about the changes that people might want to get. Let's say you want to, you will see someone that will say, okay, enhancing, right? Enchanting, sorry, I'm not playing BDO. Enchanting, maybe you can make it a better profession if you make scrolls and you sell them on the market. You'll make more money with enhancing. That's a good argument, right? Wow, you're right, dude. That's a good idea. It's not. It's part of this is one of those fundamental changes that ruins vanilla. The thing when you need an enhancement in WoW, there's one or two dudes having, let's say, spell power on a weapon. You have to search for that guy. You have to kiss his ass. You have to socialize with him. You have to negotiate the price for the enhancement. You have to talk. You have to socialize. This is the core aspect of the vanilla, right? If you make just enhance and sell them on scrolls, well, you already cut down the core of this game, right? If you add a teleport dungeon feature, no. This will, it's another fundamental aspect of vanilla. And let's say you're going to do in vanilla Maraudon, or a run for quest run for Maraudon, yeah? Well, you'll have to spend like half an hour to maybe an hour to get all the members, tank, healer, whatever. You have to make sure that everyone wants to do a full run, to do the full quests. You have to make sure that people have 3 hours to spend with you in that dungeon. And then when you go and enter the dungeon, you have an emotional attachment to that. You don't want to fail. If you do a wipe, you pray deep inside that no one will fucking get triggered and leave the party. If you see two players arguing in the chat, you go like, dudes, chill out. We're just having fun here. You don't want that game to be over. You want to finish that dungeon. You have emotional attachments to that dungeon. If you go into a looking for group system and you click and you get into the dungeon and you don't even talk with the people, you have no attachment whatsoever, you act like a jerk, you're gonna be arrogant, you see, vanilla makes you humble. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to be arrogant, because if you're arrogant, you're gonna pay for it. It's not a cross-realm server. That's why it's about community in vanilla. That's why the things, people could not afford to be arrogant, right? If you are the arrogant prick in dungeons, leaving dungeons, you will end up in the blacklist of many guilds, of many players. If you have even think about ninja looting something, you're gonna be screwed, because it's not cross-realm. Everyone knows that everyone will point at you that you're the ninja looter. So the community in vanilla will be great, just because no quality of life changes will be applied, such as looking for raid, looking for group, enhancing on scrolls, other ideas. I don't even know, because I don't even think about them, right? And I think we'll have as close as possible vanilla servers. I'm just hoping that quote from J. Allen Brack with we're trying to reproduce the experience as it was back in the day. I have faith in that, even though this comes from a person that said you think you do but you don't, and then he was the guy who announced vanilla servers. What a meme. Whatever. So it's our responsibility to make our voice heard. We don't want to be we don't want to let the current retail streamers or content creators that probably some of them never experienced vanilla, we don't want to let their voice be louder than ours. We have a responsibility. We can go to those forums and we can bring arguments. We can make videos and show why vanilla is best as it is because of this and because of that. We don't want changes. If they want to add some changes, for example, if you look at this molten core and they want to, I don't know, perfect this fucking graphic wall to look more rocky, or light some of the dark places in the game so you can actually see what the fuck you're doing, that's okay. If they want to add the Warlords of Draenor models to toggle on and off, which is a thing that it's circulated, sure, Adam, I'll play with the classic ones. Even though I like the models for the wolves in Duskwood, for the ogres, for I don't want to be changed on the characters though. I don't like that. Some people might agree with that, sure. Just make sure you're not touching anything that gimps the social aspect of the game, because that's the beauty of it. I know, because I've been playing for the past 3 months Black Desert Online, and Black Desert Online, it's a good MMO, and it's hardcore, and it's... The problem with Black Desert Online is that from level 1 to level max level to getting best in slot gear, you can do it without having to say hello to anyone. And while the game is fun, it lacks something. It lacks some of this vanilla magic. And we don't want that to happen to vanilla. Let it as it is. Wow. I'm not sure what should be touching on the next. What are your thoughts, guys? How do you think classic WoW should be launched? Would you like to see a progressive server? I honestly don't mind. Or would you like to get a 1.12 client polished and re-optimized in terms of proper itemization, maybe buff a bit the bosses or stuff like that? Because I don't think we're getting patches. I don't necessarily like. I like playing on Chronos more than on Elysium leveling, due to the fact that, for example, on Elysium, when I was raiding with my mage Molten Core for a couple of months, I was just raiding Molten Core for fun because I couldn't use 90% of the items there. Like you're getting Arcanist epic set without even having the ability to use it because it has arcane damage. Would you like to see some of those changes, like tier 1 for mage, instead of having 14 arcane damage, should have 14 frost damage, or stuff like that? Would you like to see some of those changes? If 1.12 will be launched, would you like to see, for example, the PvP sets be a bit nerfed, especially the blue ones, since they're a bit stronger than tier 2? I would like to see those, and if those changes were made, I would like them to be made by either core developers of Nostarius, either by Gami, either by old developers from back in the days in World of Warcraft, like Asiabi, or I don't even know. It's a soft topic. We're gonna get it, however we're gonna get it. Let's hope it's at least 90% of what we used to experience on Nostarius. Let's hope that it's gonna be as soon as possible, because I'm hyped. There's nothing to play. I tried the other MMOs. I tried Black Desert. It's fun, but it's getting a bit cheeky. And until other good MMOs will be launched, it's gonna be like 2 years. I really hope they can pull this shit together in 8 months, or 12 months. I don't know. I really think they would speed the things up if they would hire either Gami, either Viper or Demon, or whoever worked on the Nostarius. Sorry, I'm not good with the names, but I think they would speed the process by a lot, because those people, Gami, the people from Nostarius, spend years of their lives working on this. You don't want to hire new developers for vanilla. No. You either want to bring back the old developers, like Mark Kern, like whoever worked in the game during those times, or hire the people that have passion for vanilla, because initially that's how the game was created, with passion for the game. And we don't want a guy that just absolve the high school of developing MMORPGs to work on, or someone that never played vanilla to work on the project. I would not be comfortable with that. So I guess I'm gonna close it up with this. Maybe I missed something, maybe not. I just wanted to get this out of the way. I don't want changes, and probably 90% of the vanilla community don't want changes in the game. And please make sure to leave your thoughts on how you would feel that it's best the game to be launched. I really want to read some of the opinions on this, because I've been daydreaming about this. I even dreamed one night about private servers being released and so on. Thanks for watching, guys, and let's hope for the best. And not only hope for the best, make your voice heard. Join those forums, go to videos on YouTube, and state clearly why vanilla is great as it is and does not require additional features. Have a nice evening and hope to see you soon.